Do you like that? Welcome to the supp channel, RAY space SUPP. Give me a moment because I'm going to explain everything about this video. I just want to hit my vape. I'm already running out of some smoke. But anyways, this is just a quick video. I was going to show you guys how to make your own distilled water because I did a little bit of research. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but this is what you mainly do. This bowl, I wanted to get a better bowl. This is the only bowl I can find, and I'm like, it's my dog's bowl, but I'm going to use it anyway, right? So what you do is once it gets hot enough, you turn this upside down. It's a little bit too high, but once it starts to boil and it starts to release a little bit or whatever, this actually being upside down, it'll vaporize and the water will actually drip in there. I want to say roughly 26 ounces because I had roughly spilled a little bit out of this bowl, the little bowl. Let me see real quick. I'm going to need, hold on a second. I'm going to need this. This is from when I was bartending. So just to lift this up, right? But roughly that bowl, it kind of spilt when I was pouring it into the cup. And where's the cup at? This is the cup I was using right here. And this tells you like 600 milliliters, 200 or 400 milliliters, 200 milliliters. You get the picture, right? So then right here it says 20 ounces, 24 ounces. It was roughly, I want to say 26 ounces, even though it only poured roughly 25. But like I said, I spilt some. So basically, I'm going to be making my own distilled water. 26 ounces at a time. I haven't done the math to know what the gallon would be, but it'll save me money off regular water to turn it into distilled water. And I got some empties here, so after I run out, over accumulation of time, give me something to do out of my day, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just supposed to be boiled high. Like I said, I didn't really peep the videos too much like that. Supposedly, when you turn this upside down, right, to speed the process up to distill it quicker, they put ice on top of this thing. I don't know why that does that, but I don't know, maybe just the cold and hot and whatnot. But mainly, I was thinking, I was peeping around on Facebook and I was looking up, just seeing people on there gradually. And there was a point where I was like, thinking about all the other videos I make, like versus the grounding, the boxing stuff, the training, the kung fu, the boxing with my puppy, the conditioning and all that stuff. Now, I haven't really broke down the concepts to health, right? So, me personally, the only reason why I haven't completely healed and became super genetically healed, where I can grow my fucking hair back and my beard and everything comes in thicker and I look a lot younger than I do right now, is because I fuck around a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck around a lot when it comes to my health. The only time I wasn't was when I was really drinking a lot of water with lemon in it for 5 months, straight sober, not smoking, no nothing. No energy drinks. I ate very, very clean. I just ate rice and lettuce. That was it. Just rice and lettuce. Had that one meal. Worked out. Did a lot of sweating out the toxins. Now, like I said, over the years of, you know, when I was younger, back home in Victorville, I drank a lot of fucking alcohol drinks, right? And it wasn't like just purely liquor or anything like that. Liquor came a little later down the line. But mainly, I drink a lot of Mike's Hard Lemonades that has a lot of fucking sugar content in it. And like Four Locos, Jungle Juice, or Juice, they called it. Mad Dog 2020s. A lot of artificial alcohol drinks. Now, that shit will rip up your gut. Over time, it gradually started to go and just tear the fuck out of my gut, right? And then when I got, you know, fundamentally right versus however I was real negative on a negative aspect back home. And then when I moved out here, I was fairly 29 years old, and my gut was starting to impermeate little by little. I still had like a good foundation of hair, but like I said, your gut is everything. If your gut starts to fail, a lot of other things are going to go wrong. You're going to either get alopecia, you're going to lose your hair, your eyesight might not be so good, your joints. You know, you could be developing, just depending on how you eat, you could be developing eczema, you could be getting gout, you could be getting like they say, like, oh, you got arthritis. It's not fucking arthritis, dude. You're just really, really fucking dry, and your joint doesn't have enough lubrication in it, which is actually water, because your body is 70 to 75% water, and just same thing with the earth. The earth is like 70% water, you know? But anyways, So I'm breaking down the concepts to why I got sick. And so when I was doing my recovery and stuff like that, when I was 29, I ate a lot of ice cream and I drank a lot of energy drinks and I ate a lot of candy. Right? I mean, it only makes sense because when you do certain fruits and stuff, like if you're in prison, I know people heard about it, and no, I haven't been to prison, but from what I learned, even through movies, they'll use fruit to make alcohol, right? It's not filtered properly. It'll get you really fucked up off of one little small cup. It's not good. It hits your liver really, really hard, but that's the only way they can get fucked up in there, you know? And then like potatoes, you know, that makes vodka. Certain aspects of nature will get you alcohol, right? So, alcohol, like nowadays, like how they do Bud Light, Coors Light, you know, certain drinks, it's all sugar, right? And even my friend Juan Dong, what up, man? He had taught me, he's all, you want to know why you do all that sugar shit? And I was like, why? He's like, what do you think beer is? He's like, and I was like, what? And he's like, sugar. It's all sugar. He's like, that's why you're having like a relapse towards the alcohol, so you want the sugar, right? So that's why I was doing a lot of sugar. Now, sugar will give you fucking diabetes. I'm talking about processed sugar. Not this kind of sugar, not this type of stuff, or this, or, you know, bananas or oranges or whatever. That's not going to kill you. Doctors will tell you, oh, that sugar, it's too much, this and that. Yeah, if you have too much fucking natural sugar, it's going to spike your blood, but it's not going to kill you. Like, it's just going to be too much for your body to process at one time. That's why they say, you know, be mindful. Most people say everything in moderation, right? Because if you have too much of something, it could be a bad thing, right? Just like smoking. If you're smoking too much at one point at the club, the next day you're like, my lungs hurt. Or even weed. You know, anything. It could be anything. You know, having too many energy drinks, you're going to have a hard crash, and you're going to have a really fucking bad anxiety, right? So many chemical bases, different types of stuff and elements, and, you know, whether it's protein, it could be vitamins, vitamin C, you know, whatever. Too much water, it bloats you up. You know, even, it's just common sense. You have too much of it, like if you're putting gas in your gas tank, you put way too fucking much, it's going to overflow. You know, it's just common fucking sense. So, anyways, what I'm saying is that basically, okay, when it comes to fruit, it's not bad for you. You can eat it all day long. You can switch it up. That's why they say do different types of mixtures of fruits, like, you know, and you don't have to do it all day long. But if you get up in the morning and you have a bowl of, like, let's say grapes, or blueberries, blueberries, raspberries, and maybe some bananas cut up in there. Okay, let's just say that. That's your breakfast. And then you go to work, right? And you're drinking water out of the day. You're pretty much fucking pretty healthy. You have a healthy-ass day that you started off with. Now, if you wanted to sip some coffee, it might fuck it up a little bit because coffee will just dry you out. Anything that is like, okay, for instance, this, all right, Takis, seeds, noodles, chips, right, noodles, and chips. None of this has any benefit to it. It's all salt. It's fucking dry as fuck. It's either made out of yeast or flour, right? And all it's gonna do is dry you the fuck up. Like, it's gonna dry you out. Now, don't get me wrong. I have it, right? It's just, sometimes it's good just to put something in your stomach, you know? Sometimes if I'm, you know, I don't know, I just like to snack, right? So, every now and then, like I said, a lot of it's not good. Well, mainly, none of it has any beneficial shit. It doesn't have no vitamins, it doesn't have no nutrients or anything. It's just going to dry you out. I mean, every now and then to have it, it's fine. It's not going to kill you. You know what I mean? But if you're constantly doing it, like I heard a friend of mine a while back in California. I don't talk to him as much or whatever. He's doing his own thing. I'm doing mine. I don't know. I just don't gravitate towards his way too much. But I remember he had told me he went to the hospital because he ate too many top ramens. And I'm like, what the fuck? And you got to think about it, right? Those little packets, they have different types of powder and chemicals in it. Of course, right? Over time, you're gonna dry up. If something's gonna happen, either to your cardiovascular, your liver, or something, right? Because we don't know what's really fundamentally in there other than the ingredients, but nobody reads the fucking ingredients. Now, all this shit right here, which I got, I'll show you. I got 5 lemons, 1 cucumber, a green apple, and some cilantro. Now I'm gonna cut that up a little bit, maybe just a couple slices. Cut these, chop that, chop this, throw it in the blender. I usually put about a quarter here, but I almost put it to like 24 ounces. I want to say it's about roughly 23 ounces to 22 ounces, right, of water. And water is good for you, right? So this is just pretty much to let you know, like, okay, cilantro removes metal and it does other shit. It has other properties in it. It has good chemicals in it. Lemon will help you get to your alkalinity or alkaline base, which means that, you know, like when you're drinking it or adding it to your food or whatever, it will take down the acid, right? So like if you're eating all kinds of shit or having certain things and then you'll get like acid reflux, it's because you have too much accumulation of something that's causing your acid to overflow, your own personal acid on the inside to overflow, and that's why you're burping it up. It's bubbling it up. Now, when you're having these either per day, or if you're having it like in some water, like you squeeze it in there, stir it up, and drink it, you're pretty much you're taking that acid down, right? And then you're putting your body in an alkaline state, which means that you're replenished. You know, like your liver is detoxifying, your kidneys are detoxifying. It's making your skin fresh. It's pumping the blood real clean. It's cleaning the blood. It's doing all kinds of shit. Cucumbers, like I said, as far as I know from the research, it's got certain properties. I still haven't fucking remember the words to it or whatever, but I know it does clean the lymphatic system. Plus, it has a lot of water content, which is really good, and it's hydrating, and it has like oxidation, which means like it will detox the oxidations of something that's not allowing something in your body to breathe, right? So, because, yeah, you gotta think about it. You breathe, there's certain things that accumulate air, which is like oxygen. You breathe in, your red cells and white cells are getting that oxygen, right? So this is really good for you. I'm only doing one at the time right now because I'm trying to save some of my product, and I don't really need a lot. And like I said, I just cut up a little bit of this cilantro. And maybe you guys are still wondering why I'm making this video, but like I said, it's for health, and I'll tell you why. Now, there's certain individuals that I see out and about, you know, like, I want to say men, not fairly women, because women are really keyed on with their body. Men don't seem to really give a fuck, you know, and I know that because I'm a man, and when I drink, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, right? Women will kind of coast it. Some might slam back, but they know when to chill, and they know how to like let their body rest and do the resting period. And then whenever they feel like to do it again, they'll do it, you know. But they're more, I want to say, in tune with their body than most individuals. Men, I'm starting to see more, they're fucking dying. You know what I mean? Like if there's something going on, like if you notice every day you wake up, there's something up with your face, or it looks really dry, or you're getting kinkles here, you're starting to get wrinkles. Don't sit there and admit to yourself to be like, oh, it's because I'm getting old. Fuck that, dude. That's not what it is. You could be getting older, but if you look wrinkly and you're like, and your shit's getting white too quick and all, it's chemicals that you're putting in your body. It might even be soda. You're dried out. You're really dried out. So basically this right here will fucking replenish you and clean out your body and actually pump out all the chemicals and all the shit that's in your body that shouldn't be there. It will go through your lymphatic system and start flushing out. So this is one thing I know for sure that this will help with. I did post up a couple other little things that have been secretly popping up on Facebook, and they're talking about smoothies and drinks and healthy shit. I don't know if that's just a positive aspect that's just been trying to beat all the weird shit that's been popping up on Facebook, like you know, just weird shit. I think it's the AI, to be honest. It's fucking doing some weird shit on everything, you know. But I try not to pay too much attention to it, but I do see the house stuff that pops up. It could just be on my feed. I don't know if it shows up on everybody else's feed. But anyways, this will help you like detox. And like I said, if you feel like there is something wrong as a man, you know, and you're just like looking in the mirror and maybe something with your body just seems off, but you're just kind of accepting it, don't accept it. Right? Like I said, these are things that you could do to make yourself healthy, and it's not too hard to lean off some of the shit that you are doing, right? Like, yeah, it is hard at times, right? But like with me, I could turn it off anytime I want. I just think I just keep fucking around, you know what I mean? Like I'm not taking it as serious as I should. I shouldn't be drinking those energy drinks because all they do is dry me out, add too much sugar, and then kind of bloat me up, or they cause inflammation. But a while ago, well, after I did the park and stuff like that, I went outside when my dog was napping. I went way out there in the desert. I stuck my feet in the ground for 30 minutes because I was grounding. And it felt good, you know. I watched one of my videos. It was roughly about 33 minutes. So that's what I was pretty much doing at the time. And I was looking up the research to the grounding aspect. But see, there's also too, not just grounding. Grounding will help you like knock down inflammation. It'll get rid of sickness and stuff like that. People that have MS or what was the other shit? I'm trying to remember. You know, or like hardcore arthritis or whatever you want to call it. You know, the shit in the bones and your knees and stuff. Let's go check on this here. It's fairly boiling. So I'm just going to turn this upside down, and we'll just see how that, we'll come back to that in like a minute or two. It should vapor up on its own. But, yeah, so roughly, this is just what I'm trying to get the message out just roughly quick, so that way everybody knows, like, okay, well, he was at least trying to tell us something, you know what I mean? And, it's not even just this drink alone. You could do, like really dark, grapes with lemon and ginger, and then you know you blend it, you put it in like a bowl like this. Like I said, you can go to Family Dollar. These are always at Family Dollar. Their screens very thin, so the pulp won't leak through. Put it in one of these, right? I usually have 2 of these. So when I pour that out, it gets in here, and then I just go like this and I strain it. If you've seen any of my other past videos, but there's so many fucking videos, you don't want to go through all the stream. So I just squeeze it like that, and it gets juiced up. Once this is filled, I go back over here after I clean it, because there's pulp. So I'll go over here, you know, just pretend for a second. I'll rinse this off, rub it, and then it becomes clean again. I'll put this over here. Right, so if this is full, I'll put this over here, and boop, there we go, right? It goes there, it gets strained again, kind of move it around, get a little extra, dump it, and clean this out, so it starts over again, and dump it again. As many times as I need to get it purified and clean, and then it becomes liquefied, right? So that's pretty much what I do, and then I drink it. Whether it's going to be, you know, 20 ounces, 24 ounces. Most of the time, I usually get about 30 ounces. Sometimes I'll get a 30 ounce, but then roughly I'll add a couple pieces of ice, and a cup size like this, it's about 12 ounces. So sometimes I'll get it to, so if this is 30, it'll be at like 38. Sometimes 5, right? And I'll just drink that while I put this in the freezer to get cold. Sometimes I'll get about 12 to 13 ounces. So that means I got a lot of shit in there, you know what I mean? Just from draining it and whatever. So that's fairly good, you know? And then if I've been drinking water all day, that's adding to, like I said, my app. It goes off the weight. So if you weigh, like me personally, because I don't know all the other weights, but me, I weigh roughly between 117.2 to 118.6, or however, it just fluctuates, right? But mainly I put 117. So 117 is 56.2 or 56.3, whatever it says on my app, how many ounces I need out of the day. Now, usually I tend to go over between 67 ounces, 72 ounces. I want to say the best ounces for me, either every other day or per day, would be 97 ounces, right? Because I would be real replenished, really looking really good. So let's just get this started. But like I said, it's not just these fruits and stuff that you could do. You can always mix it up. One thing I'll tell you for sure that you can't liquefy, it's always going to be a smoothie no matter how you look at it. Bananas. It won't come out like a liquid like that. It's just the way it is. It doesn't have water content like that. So if you want to do a good smoothie, like let's say in the morning, like you want some flavor, like, you know, because usually if you do coffee, it wakes you up, right? And you add like that creamer and you're like, right? There's creamer of the sugar in there. Like if it is flavored, you know, like whether it's vanilla or hazelnut or whatever, you can always do like 2 bananas, a quarter of water, and throw some blueberries in that bitch, right? And then just drink that. You know what I'm saying? So that way it's not too much or too much or too little. It's just like medium-sized drink. You could drink that on the way to work. It'll give you a lot of focus, a lot of energy. Your mind will be calm, and then you'll be detoxing at the same time because of the blueberries. You know what I mean? And it gives you energy. It heals you pretty much fundamentally quicker too, because I know that bananas have healing properties. Like it's got magnesium and stuff like that. You can also do like other stuff. Like you could do 5 lemons, 4 oranges, a ginger, and like whatever else might go with that. You could put some, you know, a couple slices of pineapple, like real pineapple. None of that shit out of a can. All that shit's processed. It's not gonna do anything for you. It has too many preservatives, and it's not good for us whatsoever. But you know, a lot of these juicings, and I'll tell you what it really does for you. Just give me a second. Yeah, see, so let's check on this here. Take this knife with me. So now, see how you could kind of see the drips here? That's what's creating the distilled water. Now, like I said, it's probably too high. Like I put too much like high water. But see, you see how the drips are going in there? Now it's distilled. Now it's distilled. It's working. I'm gonna let it fucking kind of rotate a little bit on its own. And just drop it. Let it kind of just sit there. Maybe after, you know, it starts to come out a little bit on its own. Like it's evaporating, it'll lower itself. I put too much water in it. It's my first time doing it. But the more practice I do, and then I drink it, I'm going to be able to tell. Because this is real distilled water right here. Alright, this is what I bought. So I know what it tastes like. Because I've drank regular sink water, or maybe the park water. It tastes like shit. Because I'm so used to drinking the distilled water. Distilled water is like the cleanest water you can get. And I had to do some studies in order to come across that, to know that as of today. But anyways, so when I taste that later, after it cools down or whatever, it tastes good. Alright, I'm going to throw it in the cups. You know what I mean? I'll just put it in a container like this. Like a Kool-Aid container. And then I can just fill it up. You know, as long as this gets filled up, that's going to get filled up. Boom, 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 boom. Alright? And it saves money. My stepdad had bought an actual machine that will distill the water. But that shit takes roughly an hour, 2 hours. It's still almost the same shit. Might as well just boil it in a pot. But see, even in nature, you could do that shit. You get a nice little pot, you fucking heat it up with some water from the river or something like that, and you get a nice bowl. You're usually supposed to get like a real silver type of looking bowl, kind of like those Chinese people use when they prep and shit. It's like I don't want to say it's silver, but it's like roughly like aluminum, I guess, or titanium. I don't know. It's not aluminum, but it's a silver bowl that's real clean, that doesn't do no harm or whatever, you know. But it sits there and it floats in the water, and then when the distilled comes down, it fills it up, right? So people do it at home all the time. I wish I wasn't running out of this shit for real. But anyways. So this is, like I said, my Ninja blender. You guys can watch this real quick. And it happens really fast. It slows down and it stops. I'll put a stop on that. Lower. Medium, high. Now it's good to go. So see, now we're at 48 ounces. I'll put this over here just real quick. But like I said, this stuff, okay, when you're drinking it, it's gonna clean your whole gut lining. Like let's say you're gonna do juice fasting. If you got a lot of gunk in there, because sometimes there is gunk sitting on the side of your gut, right? Like just old shit, whatever, however you eat. Because not everybody eats correctly. A lot of people eat a lot of greasy shit. Some shit will stick to the side of your gut. Now, if you're juicing, like let's say you do juice fasting for 2 or 3 days, it's gonna clean you out. Once you drink this shit, you wait a little bit. Whatever's stuck in there, it's gonna down the lining. But it feeds all those vitamins that are in here. It'll feed your gut intestinal lines, because like I said, leaky gut has like little mini holes, and shit will get through there, like toxins, and then it'll permeate through there, and then once it hits the bloodstream, it'll hit you faster, it'll hit you all fucked up, right? It's not properly being absorbed. Now, with this, okay, even if you don't have leaky gut, but your stomach still absorbs, but the juice from, let's say let's say this is your lining, right? Your gut lining, and your feces is right here. But sometimes there's some shit right here that's just sitting there. Now the juice will come and go under that shit and cleanse the lining. But also when it's hitting the lining, it starts to soak up all that content, which is all this vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. But then also it'll start moving the feces through your lining, and it gets it to where it needs to go, down to the colon and out your ass. You know what I mean? And juice fasting too will help you lose weight. Just to mind you, just from the research I did and a lot of videos that people that do juice fasting, they lose up to like fucking 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 5 pounds, you know what I mean? Just depending on how your body is built biologically. And, you know, if you're really fucking putting in the practice for that shit. See, and this is really cool too, because like I said, the cucumber alone, it's already juice content. Look at that juice already. I didn't even have to squeeze it. Now I put the trash can here, and I just go like this, and now I'm getting all the juice out. You see what I'm saying? If it gets too high and I sit it right here, it's going to re-soak it. So be careful, be mindful how you do it. But like I said, you just kind of redo it over and over and over, and then just drink it. You know, it's already kind of semi-cold. I can feel it in my fingers. It's pretty cold. But like I said, when you're doing juice fasting and stuff like this, or even fundamentally just eating fruit out of the day. Like if you were to eat fruit, like, I mean, you could challenge yourself, right? If you have a strong mind, some people have a real strong mentality, right? Like they kind of like, they just kind of eat whatever. But if they really want to lose weight and they have a strong mentality, I advise you, if you don't want to do the juice fasting, like this preparation shit takes time. Some people are very impatient. So if you want, you know, you can always shave off. This is all I have. I don't have a bunch of fruits or anything like that, but I'm just going to say, for example, right? This cucumber, I shaved it off, right? That's what I did with that cucumber. I took off the skin. You can always do that. Cut it up, throw it in a salad, and eat it like that. Right? You can put your own cilantro, maybe some kind of dressing. I advise not to use certain dressings because it's got too many fucking weird shit in it that's not good for you. But like I said, you could do apples in the morning, right? You can eat a green one, a red one, whatever. You can eat a vine of grapes in the morning. That's your breakfast, right? Go about your day, handle your business. A little later on lunch, have an apple or a red apple and a banana and an orange. I used to do that at my old job at the fucking Ace Hardware store. I always took one apple, one orange, and one fucking banana, and that was always my lunch. Boom, boom, boom. Because I was trying to heal. My shit was really fucked up. Like, I'm telling you, I could feel it. Like, I was practically dying. But I was real disciplined on that shit. You know what I mean? Now that I'm real more, like I'm stronger, it's getting there. I just don't know how much longer. I did have a vision a while back where, like a meditation type thing, where I had a set of hair, and I was like way young, and I was like, whoa, like, and I was looking in the mirror. So obviously that's a foretelling or a fruition that's gonna come about. I just don't know when, right? And you never know. God works in certain mysterious ways. But I mean, I'm trying. I'm doing it, you know? Like I said, eat fruit, because when you're eating it, it's got to absorb through your teeth and in your mouth, down in your digestive system. It breaks up, it spreads, it does a lot of good things. And if you're a man, I'm telling you, I'm going to say this with 100%. You eat 2 or 3 of these a fucking day. The Granny Smith apples, the green ones. None of this shit. This is okay. But this helps with the cardiovascular, takes down whatever fucking bullshit you got in your body, and you'll wake up with a fucking heart on every fucking morning. You don't need none of that fucking doctor shit where they're like, oh, come over here and, you know, get Viagra, $50-something a piece. And that. You don't want all that. I'm telling you, dude. If you really want to fucking bang your bitch out or whatever, excuse my language, but I'm telling you, this will give you a fucking heart on. And every time I drink these juices or I do these apples and fruit and shit, I wake up, I'm stiffed up. Like I'm 13 years old again, you know what I mean? And my body's good, especially for your cardiovascular. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just your dick getting hard. You have to think about it, right? When you're like, you're breathing, right? You're pumping blood. If you can't get that all going at one time, it's because it's something that you eat. You know what I mean? It's no different from boxing. Like I do boxing, I drink real clean and all that. Right? You got to be able to breathe. You got to, like, whatever you put in you is what's going to come out of you. So if I'm drinking energy drinks all fucking day and eating Snickers, that's what's coming out of me. I'm going to be like, And trust me, I tested it. When I was at one of the fucking martial arts classes, I drank an energy drink before we start the class, and if I started moving and stuff, my cardiovascular is fucked up. And that's what it does. It fucks up your cardiovascular, and it only makes sense because you would hear about those 20-year-olds or 22-year-olds that would have fucking heart attacks because they had too many fucking Red Bulls and vodka, right? Hello, cardiovascular. It's the same thing. But this for sure I researched on, and I was banging it out, man. I was getting it, you know what I mean? But even at times when I'm not doing this, I'm still feeling it there. Like, I mean, I might not wake up all hard unless I have a good little ooh thought, you know. But I'm still good because now my health is collected. Now, you know, like the way I eat is real clean. Everything's working real well. My digestive system's well. It's just not fully all the way healed. Once it's fully healed, then the body will start generating in other ways. Because when you're wounded here, your body is focusing on that area. Like, okay, we got to heal this to keep you alive, right? It has to do that. Just like my cut. My dog bit me earlier. It hurt, but then there's like little sensories that send off like shit to keep the pain down. You know what I mean? Like little painkillers and shit like that. And then it starts to heal. Now, if it's healed, there's nothing that it has to do anymore. Same here though, right? But people are like, well, if you're already trying to heal, it should have healed by now. No, it takes time, bro. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about years and years of damage, like 25 years of damage. And if I'm not, you know, doing it right out of the 5 years of, you know, trying to heal, it's going to take fucking time. It's not going to happen overnight. You know what I mean? My shit was way worse some years back. I want to say 2-3 years ago. But now it's kind of it's a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger. If I wanted to go fuck around and drink a bunch of stupid ass drinks, I can. And my recovery time is going to be quicker, but I'm still damaging it. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, I do the energy drinks. It's not going to heal the way I want it to if I keep fucking around. You know what I mean? So the more I add in good stuff, eventually it will heal, and so like it'll seal itself. Once it's sealed, then it doesn't have no problem of focusing on that no more. Then my body will be able to optimally spread out to everything else. But if it's focusing here, focusing on my leg, focusing on this damage, focusing on that damage, then it has a lot to do. You know what I mean? And it's constantly always doing it. It's no different from when you go to sleep. You're still breathing, even consciously. You know what I mean? Like you're asleep, you're not aware of anything. You're still breathing. Your body works for you. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's the video. So that way it's already been 32 minutes. But see, this is what I'm talking about. So this kind of leaks in there. There's some water already kind of in there. It's going to take some time. Like I said, it's filled up too high. I don't want to dump it. I just kind of want to practice it, see where it goes, see how long it takes and stuff like that. Obviously, it's been 30 minutes, right? So it's going to do its thing. But that's the video for anybody that might be sick, dealing with issues. I'm telling you, fruit's the way to go. So grapes, green grapes, red grapes, purple grapes. You could do oranges, apples, a little bit of water, cucumbers, cilantro, anything that might contain water content. You can mix it up. You know, you could do green apples and lemon and watermelon and just anything red, anything that you think that would fundamentally go together, right? Especially like greens like this. Green apple is really good to go with it because it gives its flavor content, so you're not tasting all that shit. But you know, it'll help you. You know, and then if you know you're sick or something's wrong, but you don't want to be telling anybody, but people could see it in your fucking face or your body. What do you got to lose, dude? If you're already kind of like somewhat dying, or like you're sick, but the doctors are like, oh, we don't know, and this and that, and they keep having you come. All you're doing is wasting your money. They're just taking all your fucking shit. They're just taking your insurance and all that. You're wasting your time. You know what I mean? So basically, this is what you want to do. You either want to eat the fruit, do some salads, do some healthy ass fucking shit, get your body right. The quicker way you're gonna want to really do it is juicing. Juicing, eat real light, watch what you eat. You know what I mean? And then here's another thing before I cut the video off. So I want to make sure it doesn't run out of time. Now, if you are eating something on the daily or drinking something on the daily, 100% of the time, 100% of the time, whatever you are accumulating per day that you know for a fucking fact that you eat or drink, cut that out. You know what I mean? Like if you have steak every fucking night, cut that out. If you have Coke every fucking day, back to back, cut that out, right? If you're smoking and drinking Coke, cut down on the smoke and leave the drink alone. Leave the food alone. But something that you know that's not healthy for you. cut it out, boom, just drop it, change it up for something else, maybe some tuna, not tuna out of a can, maybe you can do some grilled salmon, anything else but that, you know what I mean? If you feel that you really need meat, have some fucking chicken, dude, some clean breast chicken, just cook a small little piece of chicken, have some fucking vegetables, and you're good, you know what I mean? Just try to lighten up on your shit. But anyways, that's the video. I just wanted to give out a little health and break it down real fucking quick. And like I said, test it out yourself. Don't just give it a day. You know what I mean? Give it that one day. You're going to feel it the next day. Like, I feel a little different, right? Second day, third day, fourth day. Before you know it, you're already conditioning yourself to doing healthy shit. And then you're going to really get it. And you're going to see a big fucking difference in your knees, your joints, your fucking fingers, you know, in your fucking brain, in your cock, you know. Even women will feel it. Women will feel it because they feel good. Once they get a little bit of endorphin in their mind, they're like, oh yeah, you know, fucking banana was good. And you know, some people don't realize because they're so accustomed to getting microwave food. I'll just throw a hot pocket in there and this and that. Go to the produce section. Try doing the blueberries, right? Like, just take your time with it and eat the oranges. You're going to notice, like, damn, man, I haven't had this in a long time. It's fucking bomb, right? Even smoke some weed and fucking eat some oranges. Go to town on those fucking fruits. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, you're going to feel good. What do you got to lose? It's healthy, all right? You guys have a great night. Peace out.